I've been promising interiors for a hot minute, and today I think is going to be the day that we're going to get some of them done. We're going to focus on detailing around the town, inside the buildings today. It's going to be really, really fancy, super fantastic stuff, and I really hope you enjoy it. And I think that we're going to start with last episode's build, that lighthouse behind me, get the interior done on that, and some of the landscaping around it. I think what I'd really like to do is build a path from this bridge that we built a couple episodes ago all the way around the edge of that sort of hill here to the lighthouse. And to do that will take a little bit of work, but probably not too much. We'll take out some of these trees that are going to be in the way, and I probably won't even level out this terrain too much, just enough that I can create a path here and get it all the way around. Oh my goodness, it is awfully tight right here, right now. And right up to the front door of this this lighthouse here. I think it's going to look really good. And then we've got to fix the terrain on this side here, which is just kind of, well, I dug this out to build that house, and this side of the build isn't finished either. So we've got some work over here to do, and then we'll put in an interior for our lighthouse keeper so that he's got a place to stay, because right now it doesn't have, I do have moss inside, but that's fine. So we'll work on this a little bit. This is going to be, I think, really the boundary of my town here, my village. So I'm not going to do too much all the way over here or anything like that. Just a little bit, so it's kind of cleaned up. We'll probably do maybe a little bit of a cliff face that kind of wraps around here, and then kind of stop right around here or so. Yeah, tons of stuff. Tons of stuff to do. And then we'll go back into town. I'd like to get villagers in the town today. I think that would be really, really great. Add some life to these streets, maybe some carts, some food stands. We'll do some like seating over here, like it's a little sort of outdoor, you know, lunch area kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I've got some plans, so I don't know what we're going to be able to finish, but stick around. It seems oddly appropriate that that bee is stuck up there. I feel like that's exactly where you'd have a bee nest. Maybe I'll try to get him out. We'll do some quick shameless self-promotion. If you enjoy these builds, if you kind of like watching my content and have a good time here, do me a favor. YouTube weighs watch time really, really heavily, so if you click on this video, if you could just watch to the end, consider liking, consider subscribing, but really that watch time is all important. So hang out until the end of the video and help out a small creator. I appreciate you. All right, to start with, let's take out these trees. These are going to be in the way of making our path, so I'm going to take out, oh, I don't know what this, maybe 5, 6 trees, whatever it is, right on this coastline here, so that we can kind of work with the terrain a little bit and see what we're actually up against. I think I'm going to keep this ground here at this level, so there'll be a couple steps down to the lighthouse keeper's house. And then on that side, we'll have to see what it looks like. But yeah, we'll get right over there. All right, with the trees mostly despawned, we can kind of get a better picture of what we're working with. So the path on this level here could go pretty much all the way, with a step up right here and then another step down on this side. But what I think I'm gonna do is lower this path, maybe right about here or so. So this will step down and then step back up around about here. So I'm gonna dig out some of the dirt on this hillside here, so we've got sort of a better area to build. All right, now we've got kind of pretty minimal change to the terrain over here, but I think we've got a workable path. So it'll come out the door, up a step here, up a step here, and then kind of just follow this around. So I took out well, I guess really kind of a bunch of dirt, but it doesn't look too unnatural, so it just kind of winds around the edge of the hill here. I do think that I might have to move my portal. I think that that guy's gonna have to come up here because of yep, limits. But that's okay. Maybe I'll do like a different build at another time, just kind of moving the portal straight above where it is, and that way I won't disrupt the portal coordinates or anything like that. So with the general path laid out, I think it's just now it's up to detailing. All right, we've got our path all laid out right from the bridge, kind of wrapping right up against the hillside all the way over to the lighthouse, and it is looking super, super nice. Let's take a look from down here. And we'll just kind of walk over to the lighthouse, because that's honestly, that's what we're doing next anyway. So let's head over this way. All right, so it's nice and easy to get across. We've got these slabs that are kind of helping out. So you don't have to jump, you can just kind of walk up the hill. We've got all kinds of bushes, and it's actually all illuminated as well. I've got some lights in strategically placed spots here. One right there, that's a light right there underneath. You can't really see it, but it's there, I promise, and it lights up this whole area, which is really, really nice. So will help prevent mob spawning and creepers from blowing up my path, hopefully. Another one right here. Again, just kind of hidden under a moss carpet. I might change a little bit of this to moss so that it blends in a little bit better, but it's looking really, really nice. And then over here towards the lighthouse, we changed to stone to match the environment over here. I did a little bit to this section right here. I kind of pushed that whole wall. It came out to about here before, but I pushed it all back and did a little bit of work to the shape. Obviously, we've still got all this gravel and whatnot in here, and I gotta change a couple blocks here and there, but looking a lot better. I do have to do that side still, but next up is going to be finishing up this lighthouse, and I am super, super stoked to do it. I've got a couple ideas going on, yeah, I guess we'll get to it. I sort of picture living in a lighthouse as sort of like a dark and damp kind of job, and so that's how I want to build this interior, sort of dark, damp, with just kind of the essentials and not a whole lot of extras. So that's what I'm going to try to accomplish here. And I think I was really able to pull it off. If we step inside now, we've got a full kitchen built out, just sort of the basics, right? We've got like a sink, a stove over there, a table. I kind of feel like at a lighthouse, you operate as a crew. So I've got 2 chairs here. There's probably 3, maybe 4 people, but maybe 2 on duty and 2 at break every, at any time. We've got a couple sofas over here, just a small little guy, nothing too big, some shelves and some storage in this closet. And then if we head upstairs, we've got the bunk room, and again, fairly simple, a little bit of storage for maybe some like clothes or something like that, and then the beds here in the corner. Looking pretty nice, if I do say so myself, with a hell of a view of the town. And we can kind of keep going up the spiral staircase here. Right here, I've got another little sitting area. Nothing too fancy, really nothing at all. I might add some like bookcases or something in here, but that is not for the now time. And then we've got some kind of fancy railings on the side of this ladder, just, safety first, OSHA approved. Headed up, we've got the observation deck where we can kind of look out. We can see General's Base over there and the village overall, as well as our bridge and our new path, looking super, super nice. I am loving that. And then the final final ladder. We've got a couple more handrails, and then this goes up to where we've got our signal fires. And of course, we've got the glass in the way, so we can't actually get around this. But you get the idea. You can get up here to, light the fires if they go out, or rekindle the flames, or whatever the case is. But we're not done with the lighthouse yet. I still have a ton of plans for the outside of this build. We're going to make it look so much better, so much more immersive. We're going to add a small boat right out here attached to a nice rickety dock. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. Then we've got to finish up the terrain over here on the backside before we call this build done. Not sure 100% what we're going to do there, as well as this side of the build itself, but we're gonna figure it out. I think what I'll do here, maybe like a lean-to with some like firewood storage for those cold nights on the harbor. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This rain is a real staple since 1.21. This is, it seems quite ridiculous. That's what I'll say there. Okay, I'm kind of editing my video as I go here, and I'm realizing I might not be able to finish as much as I'd like to, but I did get this absolutely lovely dock put in, very rickety, and it's looking really, really nice. I think it's looking really, really nice. I wanted to put another like outbuilding on the back of the lighthouse here, but it doesn't actually fit. I thought I had more space than this, and I definitely don't. I've only got, I don't know what it is, 3 blocks between the lighthouse and the dock, and that's just not enough. I need like, I don't know, 7 or something, so definitely not going to fit there. But I do have plenty of space down here that I can put a little boat, so I'm going to throw that in. I also, on the back of the, whatever this building is, lighthouse, on the back of the lighthouse, I did put up this little lean-to, and I think it looks pretty cool. Just sort of a little addition on the side to take up a little space, cover up some wood, and we've got, of course, the campfire wood. These are already split logs, and then some logs that need to be split. And a creeper came by and blew up some of my stuff, so I've got to add my additional rails there. But that's all right. That's not a problem. Do I have them? Maybe I have them here. Aha! Rails. We'll throw that guy there, and we are looking super, super fancy. Okay, so I'm going to try to get that boat in and then finish up the terrain on this side. Maybe a lot more than that, since I think did I have a second creeper? Maybe I had a second creeper blow up. I don't even know. All the creepers. But that is coming up. And yeah, well, I think it's going to look pretty good. And after that, hopefully we can get over to the village itself and make some changes over there instead of spending this entire episode on the lighthouse again. Alright, I think I have done what I am going to do over here. We've got the side of the lighthouse detailed. This kind of path runs right along the edge of the harbor here. I've got this cute little bench with some glowberries, although they still need to grow, but that's fine. They just need a little time. I've designed this part here more or less in the style of that boardwalk over there, with a little bit of a difference, so it's not so, you know, same. Our path here runs right along the hillside where I've added some dirt patches with some grass and ferns. Not a ton. I didn't want it to be overwhelming, and this here is as far as I'm going to go with this village, but I might do a little bit more work on the top. Down around the dock, around the side of the lighthouse here, we've got our brandy new little boat, which I quite like. This thing came out really, really well. This is sort of a mixture of a couple designs that I've found on Pinterest, actually, which is a great resource if you're ever looking for inspiration. Try Pinterest. But yeah, this is a mix of a couple, and I really, really like it. I think it came out really nice. The pathway runs right around the front of the lighthouse. Geez. These stairs I just did in stone. I'm having a hard time talking this morning. And then this side of the hill here is still gravel. I'll probably do something with this. Maybe I'll make this path go up on the top here and do some detailing up there with some like custom trees or something. We'll see, but that's not for now. It is Friday morning, and I want to get this video out to you guys by tomorrow morning, so I don't have a ton of time left, and I still have to work today. You know, work interrupting the gaming. So I'm going to finish as much as I can, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get the villagers in today. I'll probably do this section right here next, and then start putting this video together for you guys. Right. Outside, skin's not perfect, but at least it's saved and safe. Outside restaurant, as I was saying. Shh. Number one, this building is going to change. I think I've decided on a different sort of design here, so I'm going to tear this down. But for now, it will serve as a fine back wall to this sort of area. But I think that I want to separate this from the road here. And to do that, I think I'm going to use some acacia and lecterns. And I think this is going to look okay, but not sure. Might line it up with that guy right there. I think that'll be fine. I want to be careful because my space is a little bit light and I want to get a couple tables in here. We'll see. We'll see where we can fit. So I will put in a little wall right here. Maybe to there is fine. Doesn't need to be too big. Just like this. We will use lecterns on top of the wall like that. I think that's going to look pretty nice. And in between them, we'll use some sprints. Some sprints? What is sprints? Some spruce fence gates like that. And then we will put spruce trap doors on top of these lecterns. Boink, 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 boink. Perfect. All right, now with a little bit of stripping this wood, that wall I think is looking pretty okay. I think that is a decent separation between the road and the restaurant area. You can see through it, so it's kind of nice. Has a ton of detail. I'm not 100% sure about the acacia with the oak of the lectern, but for now I think I'm going to leave it that way, and it might grow on me. We'll see. Okay, so I was trying to figure out a design for some stools for this little like kiosk here, and I came up with a pretty good idea, and it is just using armor stands. An armor stand with a leather hat on it, if I can put a leather hat on it. That right there makes kind of a cool stool, but obviously this is too tall. So if we... Did I pick them up? I picked them up. So if we put them down one, and can I can't place my armor stand. Ah, there we go. If I put my armor stand there and put a hat on it, it's still too tall, right? You can't sit up there. That's ridiculous. So what about one further down? Now, that's too short. That's ground level. That also doesn't work. But if you put it up on a half slab, it does work, which I neglected to bring down here. That's okay. I have to sleep anyway. Right. So on a half slab, it does work. The problem now is that it's just a little too close. I feel like that's oddly close. So I would like to sit it back just a hair. And so this is what I've come up with. We're going to put a half slab here, 1 block away from the kiosk. We use a dark oak fence right there. Now we'll put our armor stand on the slab with his helmet on. Right, we'll try this again. So if we use a bucket of water and kind of wash him forward, he sits in right, that's exactly the spot that I want. But obviously you can't put a block down because he's kind of in the way. Right, I can't put a block here. I can't put a block there. I just can't put it down. So we've got to figure out another solution. I think what we can do is we will take that out. We'll put a piston there. Put a lever on it so we can activate it. We will throw in our water to wash him forward. And then dirt and extend. Oh yeah, look at that. And that will leave him in just the right spot. And then we'll do one more dirt and extend. Oh, that is perfect. That is our stool right there. So I'm going to do that a couple more times. We'll put another one right here, one right here, and one right here. And I think we'll have all of our stools in place and looking really, really nice. There it is. We've got all 4 of our little stools around our kiosk, and that is looking super, super nice. I absolutely love that. There we have it. I've wanted to put together this little area for quite some time. I am absolutely loving the way these stools came out. I think they look really fantastic, and they fit the area perfectly well. We've got some a couple little tables here, so you know, some happy villager couples can come sit down for dinner. We've got our kiosk where they can come and order their food, and you know, of course, drinks. We've got some soup cooking over here, some animal of some variety cooking over. It's a big animal cooking over here, and oh, thanks. And I think it's looking super, super fancy. Really hope you enjoyed today's super, super buildy and detailed episode. If you did, consider hitting that like button and subscribe for more episodes just like this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.